is the Margie Ison charisma that attracted people? What is it?
I'm a people person. I really care about the people.
That is the late Margie Ison, the lovely and legendary weather personality here at Channel 10. She signed off 30 years ago, back in 1995. And of course, when you lose someone you love, you gather friends together and loved ones. And today we're doing just that, not just to mourn her loss, but also to celebrate her life. And all the folks you see here worked with Margie. And I feel like I just need to send things off to Robin to sort of, get things started here.
Well, I think we all have our stories.
Sure.
Mine, I was a newbie at Channel 10 in 1992, and I walked in and I knew all the legends, people sitting right here, and I knew Margie Ison. I saw her, remember the producer table, the producer altar? She was standing there, and it's like the angels started singing. Because it was Margie Ison, and I was so nervous, but I introduced myself, and she's was the most warm, gracious human being, and made me feel comfortable and welcome. And that is my enduring memory of Margie.
You didn't have to be nervous around Margie because she just, everybody loved Margie because she loved everybody. Absolutely. I never, in all the years I knew Margie, I never heard her say one unkind word about anyone. Never. She was just a loving, giving person throughout her whole life, and she gave so much to us and to this station and to all the folks who out there who loved her and watched her.
Yeah.
I'm from down in Monroe County, Madisonville, and I took Margie down to some sort of judging contest years ago, and it was between 6 and 11, so we had to get down there and get back. But on the way back, I said, Margie, my parents have a little restaurant in Sweetwater. Would you mind stopping? She goes, sure. So we stopped, and it was a restaurant that didn't do a lot of night business. It was mostly breakfast and lunch. So there may be 2 people in the restaurant in Sweetwater. Within 15 minutes of Margie arriving, the whole place was full of people. And my dad hugged Margie and said, hey, you got a free cup of coffee and pie the rest of your life. Just please come back. But that, the thing about Margie, and I asked her driving back, I said, that was crazy. She goes, I said, don't you get tired of that? She goes, why would I get tired of that? These are the people who invite us into their homes.
Exactly.
So why would I turn my back about it?
Yeah, right. Can I tell a quick story about?
Go ahead.
About when she first came. We were number 2 in the market when I came to work here in 1977. Margie came over in 1979. Bob Selwyn brought her over. I had been offered. We had the February book. I was co-anchoring with Elder Brown. We had the February book. It was awful. The worst ratings ever. Now, we'd come up a little the previous November, but in in February it snowed. And guess who they were watching? Everybody turned over to Channel 6 to watch Margie. But Bob Selwyn talked to her into coming over, and it was just amazing. She came over in late April of 1979. In May, the ratings evened out. We evened up with Channel 6. November, the next major rating period, we had a 46 share. They had a 32.
Wow. The power.
She had star power for sure.
Yes, she did. And Missy, I know, like all of us, you have your memory.
Oh, and we had an office upstairs when she was doing entertainment. And Jerry Owens, photojournalist here, we were talking yesterday, and he said one time they were covering Margie, when Margie was out covering a new star at the fair, a singer. Well, it was kind of bad because everybody was ignoring that person. They all were standing in line to meet Margie and get her autograph. But she stayed in touch. I just got a message from her about 8 weeks ago saying, loved your cards, seeing you at Christmas, seeing your beautiful family. I didn't get cards out, I'm sorry this year, but feel blessed being able to send bright season wishes and staying in touch like this. And that was Margie. That was just January 1st, and I know she wasn't feeling good then, but that was her.
Actually, her daughters say that she was diagnosed about 4 weeks. Just 4 weeks ago.
Wow.
So it's very, very quick, which was a blessing.
Yes.
And Todd, you learned from the best in many respects.
You know, and I'm not going to say too much with this crowd right here because they have said it very well. When I first came to Channel 10, Margie said, you know, Todd, let me tell you a little bit about the weather in East Tennessee. There's the plateau, the valley, and then the mountains. She said, one time I saw it snow a ring around Knoxville, everywhere but Knoxville. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? And coming here, but you know what? I would say that Margie is so incredible. She's such a sweet lady, passionate about weather, great forecaster, just incredible. But you know what I think she would probably want everybody to know is, despite all her accomplishments, as great as she was, forecaster, great person, her trust in a loving and faithful Savior and her family, her deep love for her family, she would say that surpasses everything, all my accomplishments, and she was very accomplished. Bill, you know this very well. She's the greatest weathercaster this area's ever seen. And she's incredible, but she would say my faith and my loving family are the most important things. And I saw that. I don't know exactly what happened, but at some point in Margie's life, God did a wonderful work in her. And I think revealed that to her, that here's what's most important. And perhaps that's an example that, you know, every one of us can follow.
Incredible. Let me just follow up on what Bill said about turning the book over from the other guys down the street to here. It was hard to beat the crew that was there, right? You got this guy sitting at the anchor desk. You got Margie at weather, and then Bob Kissling comes along. I mean, that's 3 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So what the heck? Of course you were in first place.
Yes, give yourself credit, but the team. It was a team.
Yeah. Speaking of Margie and her spirituality, her daughters told me she met with her oncologist, you know, just a week or two ago, or a couple of weeks ago, and came away, and the daughters said they weren't sure how her oncologist felt before he met with Margie, but after he got through with her, he was pretty sure he was a believer.
Well, that sums up Margie right there. I wish we had more time.
I know. Thank you all. We didn't really do proper introductions, by the way, in case Missy Kane, Gene Patterson, Todd Howell, Bill Williams, and Robin. Thank you all so much for sharing all of those stories.
Thanks for
We certainly
letting us. Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
it.